What is the big sell point for Dan Quinn? Why does everyone want him? Fair question. Why would Dan Quinn be the replacement for Robert Saleh if Robert Saleh leaves?
I think the only reason was the system would remain pretty much the same. And I know a lot of people are down on Dan Quinn because the Atlanta defense has been pretty much horrible ever since the last couple of years, at least. But he was one of the creators of that Seattle defense that was so good for so long. So if they want a win now type situation, if Saleh does leave, it would be Quinn because he wouldn't change anything on the defense. If they're kind of rebuilding the defense and finding a new model, if Saleh does leave, they probably would go with a younger, more innovative guy, I would say.
Yeah, just to touch on that, it's Dan Quinn had success in that defense in Seattle. He had it at some point with the Falcons. And Shanahan has been on record that he believes in that style of defense, that when the Seahawks had the Legion of Boom, they had the pass rushers to get to the quarterback. That was the team he hated to play. It just made it really tough for him. So if that made it tough on Shanahan, that's the defense that he's going to want to have on his own team that as the head coach. And then secondly is I believe Shanahan believes in Dan Quinn. Shanahan was Dan Quinn's offensive coordinator at one point, and they did get to the Super Bowl together. So I would imagine they have a good working relationship.
Remember how the Niners got to Robert Saleh? He was their third choice.
Right.
They went to Robert Saleh because they couldn't get Gus Bradley. Robert Saleh is Gus Bradley's protege. And they went to Gus Bradley because they couldn't get Vic Fangio. They originally were trying to get Vic Fangio to leave the Bears, and the Bears wouldn't let him go. So while Kyle Shanahan likes the Seattle system, he isn't married to it. I like the Seattle system too, but I'm not married to it. And if you could get Vic Fangio, you get it. And I think it's interesting that the Rams have Vic Fangio's protege this year, and they're doing terrific. So I'm not necessarily sure that Shanahan would go for a retread like Dan Quinn, who admittedly hasn't had success away from Seattle in terms of defense. That Atlanta defense has stunk consistently for years, even though they've put a lot of first-round picks on that. I mean, Takk McKinley, Vic Beasley, Deion Jones, a lot of guys. Is Deion Jones a first-round pick? He is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys. Desmond Trufant. Anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it would necessarily be Dan Quinn. I think Kyle Shanahan kind of likes identifying the young talents at coordinator. I mean, if he could identify Robert Saleh when no one had ever heard of him, I think he'd probably think he could do something similar. And I wouldn't be surprised if the replacement were someone already on the staff or someone we've never heard of.
I saw someone in the comments say D'Amico Ryans, and that's definitely a great choice if they feel he's ready. But also, if Saleh leaves, D'Amico Ryans could be Saleh's defensive coordinator. Like we don't. Yeah. There's so much uncertainty if you lose a coordinator who Correct. He brings with him.
Correct. And I kind of look at D'Amico Ryans as being D'Amico Ryans is to Saleh what Saleh was to Gus Bradley. So you might be right. I think he probably would take D'Amico with him. Remember, Saleh was a linebacker coach in Jacksonville. What's up, Leo?
D'Amico might want to stay. Like you have Fred
Perhaps.
Warner, you have Drake Greenlaw,
True.
you have Nick Bosa. That defense is set up for success next year as long as they have a competent defensive coordinator.
Yeah, they got to offer him that DC job or else he'll probably take it with Saleh.